bitches. If you are new here, hello, my name is Brittany. In today's video, I'm fucking hyped because this is a brand. Listen, this is literally the most underrated makeup brand. Like, I hear some people talking about VIEVE, but not enough. I put VIEVE on the map with, like, how everybody compares, like, every other band to, like, Pat McGrath, Charlotte Tilbury, Tom Ford, like, all those luxury brands that get all the hype that everybody loves. VIEVE needs to be up there. If you have not tried VIEVE yet, I'm going to show you exactly why you need to try them. Because I have literally so much stuff from VIEVE, it's ridiculous. So I'm going to be reviewing the Muse palette that just came out. This is like the main focus for today. I got the new lipstick, the lip liner. I also picked up the Skin Nova. We're gonna do a whole face of VIEVE. And I've done videos dedicated to VIEVE before, but I really need to drive it home. You need to try VIEVE. If you have not yet, the products are incredible. So I'm going to start this off by saying, if you are on a low buy or a no buy, come back to another video. Because I guarantee you're going to leave this video wanting something because their products are amazing. So there's that. I'm a big fan of VIEVE. You're going to see how much stuff I already have. Like, I literally have every single product, at least one of everything that they offer. It's a thing. Hello, my name is Brittany, and I'm addicted to VIEVE makeup, alright? So, if you guys like these types of videos, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up or thumbs down. I will put my VIEVE playlist, like, up here, I think, in the little cards. I've done these, dedicated videos to VIEVE. I think I did, like, transforming myself into Jamie Genevieve before. But it's like, oh, man, I get so frustrated because I'm like, why is everybody sleeping on this brand? I don't know. But before we get into it, Britches! What's all my girls doing out there in the live chat? What's good? What's poppin'? Gonna drink some wine tonight. This bottle has lasted me way too long, so let's just finish her off today. Sound good? Cheers to the freaking weekend, everybody. Clink. And like the video, subscribe if you're new. The same old shit. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. And I'm just going to dive into all the products, but like I said, the main focus today will be, like, the eyeshadow palette. So I plan on doing, like, a few different looks with the palette, and then I'm going to do everything VIEVE on the face, okay? So it's going to be a long one. If you're new here, my videos are lives. They're long, but I like everybody to see, like, the whole process, okay? So, I see all the bitches in the live chat. Yes! Anybody going out this weekend? Is anybody, like, getting ready to go out right now? Happy motherfucking Friday. Okay, let's get into basically, like, okay, I want to actually start with my biggest critique of the brand, which is not much, but I picked up from the VIEVE website. You could shop VIEVE at Cult Beauty and also VIEVE's website. I have both linked down below. I have all the products linked down below. I've bitched about this before, and I don't know, it's just one of those things that is really important to me, especially since it's coming from the UK. The shipping aspect is not thebomb.com. I did see that they just did, like, overnight shipping, I think. I paid for express shipping, and I ordered this on, I think it was the 29th, and I just got it today. I don't know, I feel like I ordered it before then. I'm pretty sure I ordered this, like, when you got, like, the, you could purchase it, like, before it actually launched. So that's the first little complaint that I have. But second to that is I feel like they need to package their stuff better, especially since it's going overseas, like I said, because everything basically came, like, in this pretty, like, decent sized box. And the only thing that was on the top of it to protect the products was a piece of tissue paper. So when I opened it, I'm like, oh, my shit's bound to be broke. So I think that's one thing that I would like to see them fix, because I don't know, like, I guess I put VIEVE on, like, high-end luxury because their products are pretty expensive. So I would say they would fall under, like, high-end. Not quite luxury, but the quality of their stuff is what I would consider luxury. But that's one thing, like I said, I have complained about that before. So I picked up, again, the Muse palette, the Muse lipstick, the Muse lip definer, and also the Skin Nova. And I have everything else. Actually, no, I picked up a blush, too. Because every single time that I order a fucking blush because they're amazing. Oh, Jessica, thank you so much for the super sticker. A Shiba dog dressed in a traditional outfit raising Japanese fans. Yes, thank you so much for the super sticker. All right, so getting into this palette, I did film swatches and all that sort of stuff, so you'll see those in just a minute. I want to go through like the specifics of the product, and I will show you guys also comparisons between this palette and the Essentials palette, which was the first palette. So you get this same type of packaging as the previous one. This is basically like a sleeve, and I'll show you guys more in like the close-ups and stuff. So this is vegan, cruelty-free, fragrance-free, paraben-free, and gluten-free. I believe this is PETA certified, so it's got all the vegan, it's recyclable, 12-month shelf life, made in Italy, which we love that. So I'm going to actually show you guys basically like the close-ups now, just so you can see exactly what this shit looks like. Hey, I think I remember where we left off. I was showing you exactly what the packaging looks like. I don't know what the fuck is up with this software, but hopefully I just fixed everything. So I want to show you guys the packaging when you guys first get it. So, is everybody good now? Guys, I apologize. I don't know why my program keeps doing this. So, like I said, I adjusted some things. So, this is what the whole packaging looks like. It looks exactly like the original, except it has Muse. Look at this color story. It's so beautiful. And I have noticed that there does seem to be some differences in some of the formulas. I just cut that off. Oh my god, I was gonna show you swatches. Let me do that again. See, I'm frazzled. So you guys are gonna watch this again, okay? So let me start by saying why I love this brand so much while you're rewatching everything. The reason that I love VIEVE so much is just because I feel like they're incredibly consistent, and you're getting really great quality products. And I love Jamie because every single time that something's launching, it's not like a huge like launch video. It's not like a big like tuda. You know what I'm saying? So every time she's launching something, she basically like throws it in Get Ready With Me's, and I just feel like she's very much a vibe that I just love. I feel like I would be friends with her in real life. So that's what the palette looks like. That's what the swatches look like. Again, just so you guys could see it for the third time. Guys, I'm so sorry that this has been a shit show for the past 2 days, but the beauty of live stream. So if you guys haven't liked this video, you should, and share it. So maybe everybody will come back. So again, I noticed that there are differences with the metallics in comparison to the original palette, which I'm actually a fan of, because in the first palette, the metallics were a lot more, I will say, glittery, and they had a really beautiful texture, but these metallics, they have more of that shine, which I love. So I'm just going to get into playing with the palette. I just saw, is it Blanca or Bianca? Hold on. Blanca. Jamie Genevieve said that she changed her glitter formula because people don't always have access to glitter glue. She listens to the customers. I love that. And like I said, I'm actually like preferable towards the new formula, and I'll show you guys exactly why. So let me know, did you guys pick up this palette? What do you think of it? I'm very curious. I just want to play with it because I love this color story. This is just a color story that it really appeals to, one, my green eyes, but it's just, this is so my wheelhouse because it's neutral, but there's just something very unique about the undertones when it comes to her brand, I feel. What's the first look? I want to do like a purplish smoky eye for the final look. So I'll probably do one look on each eye, wipe them off, do a whole look. You guys get it. You've seen this like a million times on my channel, right? So the first shade I'm going to start with is Merlot. And the structure of the palette itself is the exact same. So you have 3 metallics and 7 mattes. It's just a really well-rounded formula. Overall aesthetic, like everything about VIEVE I fucking love. But my favorite thing about her eyeshadow specifically, and I'm not using an eye base, just if you don't use an eye base, I want you to see exactly what this will look like. And then on the final look, I'll do an eye base. I love like the grungy smokiness that these eyeshadows give, because they are a little bit powdery. Like to the touch, you're probably gonna feel them and be like, I don't know if I love that. It's when you apply them to your eyes, it's just like, oh, it's gorgeous. I fucking love this brand. That's it. That's the tea. I just love everything about it. But it's like mainly those undertones. I feel like almost like how I feel about Makeup Geek as well. There's just something different about the undertones that makes the looks like you know exactly what palette it is. Does that make, I don't know, it's really difficult to explain. Almost like Melt Cosmetics as well. Like, I feel like I could look at a Melt eyeshadow palette look and just be like, oh yeah, that's Melt Cosmetics. There's just something really unique about that I think it's just ultra appealing to me. But let me know, like, have you guys tried VIEVE before? Do you guys hear anybody else talk about this brand as well? Because I'm like, I've had enough of this shit. Like, where's everybody at when it comes to VIEVE? Genuinely curious. So I think that this palette is definitely going to be a lot softer than the original one, just because the original has a lot more depth. And this is going to be a bold ass statement, okay? If I had to get rid of all of my eyeshadow palettes, except for my Makeup Geek Matrix, I can't put that into this category. If I got rid of all of my eyeshadow palettes, like curated eyeshadow palettes, right? I would keep the Essentials palette. That would be the only one, just because it has every single thing and I love everything about it. So naturally, like, when I see that she's launching another palette, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that shit, just because of how happy I was, not only with the last palette, but with literally everything that I've purchased. So this is like a look that I would do just on like a day-to-day basis, something quick, easy, boom, good to go. So this shade out here is the shade Velvet, which is the deepest in the palette, and that's where I'm just like, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more depth, but I think that's where her eye wands will probably come in, because those will, I think, give you a little bit more depth. I'm not the biggest fan of the eye wands. I'll probably try using the one that I have. I have the shade Mahogany. It's like, the shade of this is so pretty. It's just a little bit difficult for me to work with, because it's just basically like, I'll apply it, but I feel like my skin's like all over the place up here, so I have to use this very like strategically. I almost have to like run my brush through it and apply it that way. I've tried like applying it straight to the lid and it's a hot fucking mess, but I'm gonna try using it. Maybe I'll do that on the second look, just as like a hopefully hopefully it goes well sort of a thing. So this is exactly like, I would wear this on like a day-to-day, something super like subtle, natural, but still really wearable. Like, if you popped lashes on, it would be a whole vibe, right? Now, I'm going to jump over to the second eye, and I'm going to stay on pretty much like the natural realm, I think, but what shade do I want to use? I kind of want to make the next one, let's start with, I'm going to do this eye just a little bit, no, let's do, I literally just said that I was going to do this. Oh my god, this brand needs to go to Ulta. That would be major. I could see this brand at Sephora, honestly. I mean, I'm glad that they're now available at like Cult Beauty. So if I'm applying this in like small areas like this right here, it's fine. It's just if I'm applying it like all over the lid, that's where you're like, better not. Just because it is, I would say, like a more dense formula. And I know she uses one of the shades as pretty much like an eye base. I think it's just like a nude shade. But I could totally see this brand coming to Sephora. Like, I feel like we need to write Sephora a letter and be like, can we get this brand, please? Even like Beautylish, I could totally see that as well. But Ulta would be the tits, just because I love Ulta. But I feel like aesthetic-wise, I can more picture this, I think, at Sephora, just with like the quality of the products and stuff. So I'm gonna stick with that there. I'm gonna use the shade Merlot, which is the second to the deepest shade, because I think that this actually will go pretty nice underneath this shade here. Yeah, see how much deeper that is, because you have that base underneath. Yes. Pretty. Okay, that's definitely going all over the lid, like that eye wand. Maybe this is how I need to use it, like small sections and blend it with the finger. Maybe I'll like it a lot more that way. What shade do I want to use next? Let's use Love. No, I used that in the last look. Let's use, we'll use Source. A little bit of Source. I do like the same type of looks all the time. It's just what's flattering on my eye shape, guys. I hope that doesn't bother you at all. Because I'm like, you literally see the same type of looks all the time. That's where I'm going to try to switch it up a little bit for this look here. What do you guys think so far? Allie, let's do it. She said, let's start a petition for realsies. I mean, I would not be mad at it. I'm going to take the shade Peony. This is basically like a matte, really light pink. So just be mindful. This is a little bit more of a powdery formula, almost like what we talked about with Sigma. Because I feel like Sigma, it's not the same texture, but as far as what I would recommend, I'd probably do your eyes first with these palettes, basically just like how you're seeing right now. But Peony, I'm like, I honestly could have dealt without this shade, but I think for, especially when I'm doing like more smoky looks and stuff, this will come in handy for like blending out the crease or maybe even like a matte brow bone highlight, just because it's very light. When you look at it in comparison to the Essentials palette, if you look at it in the palette, you're like, oh wait, that's the same, but it's not. The undertones are a lot different. This is basically like a really light, like pastel pink. So let me grab my Refer 14. What are you guys thinking of this so far? Give me your feedback. First world problems matter too. We're not judging you, sis. Oh, Venice. It's okay. I came here to be judged. It's so funny. Like, I try not to let the streams, like, piss me off, like, when they screw up like they did tonight. But I'm like, it's so funny because I was just talking to somebody else about, like, how amazing the software is that I use for my lives. And I'm like, I've never had problems. It's amazing, yada, yada, yada. And then literally the past 2 days, I've had nothing but problems. So I'm going to do the same. Like, I feel like this is just, like, how I would use this palette right here. So it's, like, similar vibes, of course. But I'm going to add a little bit of that finery, which is the metallic gold. If you're coming in late, we did swatches already. Oh, yeah. That's... yes! Look at that! It definitely leans more, I would say, like, warm tone neutral. Because, I don't know, it's, like, kind of surprising because when you look at this, I feel like you see so much, like, mauvey tones and purpley tones. So the fact that I got a look like this, it's impressive. But this is just my wheelhouse. I love looks like this. So that's where I'm going to leave both of these eye looks. Super basic, I know. But the next look is where we're going to get smoky. So what do you guys think? I like that second look a lot better. This one's just kind of like, okay, she cute, but could have done better. But then again, if I was in a hurry, that would be very much the vibe. And you guys saw how fast I did that. Do you guys like when I do these multiple looks? Because I'm like, I feel like I kind of rush them and you don't really get the whole, you know, you don't get like the whole shebang just because I'm not doing the whole entire eye with like lashes and stuff. But I think it gives you guys a good idea of how like the eyeshadows perform, but you guys gotta let me know what you guys think, because I'm always looking to improve for you guys. Look at, I didn't even take a sip of my wine yet. Bitch, get it together. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm looking to see what you guys are saying. You guys are saying his video was amazing, but I don't know which one you're talking about because I missed it. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry down on my eyeballs, and then I'm gonna lay down my primer. Okay, I totally missed it when I asked you guys, like, have you guys tried VIEVE yet? Look at me asking questions and not even acknowledging it. I'm a hot mess. All right, let's see. We love everything. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm not going to annoy myself with the yes. We will rewatch and pause when I recreate. Guys, if you ever, like, recreate eye looks that I do and post them on Instagram, tag me. I would love to see you guys. Tag me in your looks on Instagram because I just love it. I think it would be so fun. All right, I'm going to start. Oh, Robert Welsh. He's incredible. He's such a talented makeup artist. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the mahogany eye wand on the inner and outer corner. I'm going to do basically like a, kind of like a halo eye. Actually, no, I'm going to classify it as a halo eye, but I want it to be like really smoky. So I'm going to try to work quickly. Like, that's where I feel like these, like, you need to work quickly because when they set down, These are not going to budge. And I feel like you could just apply these really messily. But again, if I had to pick a least favorite product from VIEVE, it would be the eye wands. Just because it's just different for me. It's not something that I really ever use. Did anybody pick up the Auric Glow Lust today that restocked? I got the 2 shades that I didn't have because I freaking love those. Alright, put a little bit on the inner corner. I'm doing this basically just to give a little bit more depth with that darker shadow. Like, you could use, obviously, like a black if you want, but I feel like this is going to work perfectly for what I'm looking for. Like, see how beautiful that shade is? It's just different, you know? Not every product's for everybody. Like, this was basically, I bought this because it's VIEVE. I knew that I wouldn't reach for it all the time, but I'm like, I love everything. I'm just going to do it. So I'm going to take, let's see, the Sonia G, the Builder brush, and I'm going to basically just pat down the shade Velvet on where I just put the eye wand. I almost forgot what the hell it was called. And the reason I think Mahogany is like perfect for this palette is because it's a brown, but it has a really beautiful like purple undertone to it. But it's like that just makes it even deeper, having that darker base underneath it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And since it's not black, it's still giving it like a really nice, beautiful, warm undertone. Oh, I already know I'm going to love this look. And I want you guys to pay attention to like how fast I'm able to do these looks. Because that's one thing that's a big kicker for me is, all right, but how fast can I do my looks though? Because I don't want to be here all fucking day. I want to get this on my eyeball and carry on. And I think that's one of my favorite things about VIEVE is like, it looks like you did the absolute most and it takes you like 5 seconds. Not really, depending on your eye look, but you know what I'm saying. It just looks like you put so much more effort into it. And I forgot to put an eye base down. I'm a mess, guys. But it's fine. I don't think we need it because we use that eye wand anyways. So then I want to take the Sonia G. I think this is the Worker Pro. Yes. Worker Pro, dusting it off. And I basically want to take that same shade Velvet and basically like connect that inside. But I don't want it to be as dark as what the inner and outer corners are. Because I want to get a nice blend up in here. But it's not going to be super concentrated with this shade either. I'm just kind of walking you guys through what's going through my brain. Alright. Good enough. Because I don't want to add too much. Because these I do feel like when you swatch them, you're like, okay, they don't really pick up that great. The eyeshadows definitely pick up a lot better on a brush in comparison to like when you swatch them and all that good stuff. Okay, that's where I'm going to keep that for now. I have to do it. I have to put Regal, like, bop it right on the center. Oh, yeah, and then we'll basically build the crease from there, but this is where I'm like, this is about to change the game. Because I want to still make it super smoky, and I think a black would be a nice addition to this palette, but then again, I also have the Essential palette, which has the black in it. So I think these palettes are actually going to pair like really, really beautifully together. So with this shade here, this is one of the formulas that are different just because it's a lot more shiny, I would say, but it still doesn't look like it's too much. It looks very natural and I think wearable. You could spray it and it will be definitely more intense, but I don't think that you need to. You could still see like that beautiful shimmer, but I think that's something that's really unique about like the VIEVE palettes is it's not like over the top. It's not too much. It's like just enough. It's perfect. Perfect. That's the best way I can explain it. All right, I'm going to go in with the shade Love, which is basically like that dusty pink right here. Oh, I think this is going to be like one of my most used shades. And I just want to smoke that crease a little bit more. And then if I wanted this to be like super sultry and glam, I could pull in the black from the Essentials palette. I'm not going to do that today. I want to stick to just the just the Muse palette. But I think if just kind of feeling like how I feel about this palette right now, I feel like if I were to pick between the Muse and the Essentials, I think I would still go with the Essentials just because I feel like that's such like a beautiful staple palette and I could do so many looks with it. I think with this palette, I might almost like not run out of looks to do because I think you still have a pretty good variety in here, but I don't think I'll use it like as much as I would with the Essentials. Alright, I want to blend this a little bit more because it looks a little harsher. And then I lost some of that Regal. And then if you wanted this to be even more intense, this Regal shade, you could always spray it or use a glitter glue. Let's spray it so we can see what it looks like. And I'll use my, what is it, the eSum W23. That's what I always use. Hold the phone, let me find it. Actually, no, let me use this one today. This is from the BK and Hot and Flashy collab, the A505. We're going to try this one instead. All right, so let's take Regal. I'm going to put Regal on my brush first, and then we'll just use the Rare Beauty because it's right in front of me. Did you guys see on my Insta story today, I got the Glam Light collection? Oh! This is giving me Natasha Denona retro vibes. I think this is definitely something, like, similar. I do notice, though, like, I think this is probably going to work better with a glitter glue because I just noticed that it wasn't, like, as pigmented when I just went back in to put more on. So, maybe a glitter glue is still probably the way to go, or what I'm doing now, just applying it a little bit wet. I'm not really seeing a more, like, intense look, though, with this shadow. I think it's just going to stick a little bit better. But that's still, like, a super pretty shade. Is it anything, like, revolutionary and different? Nah, like, we've seen a palette like this so many times, especially, like, with the retro palette just coming out. But, yeah, like, I feel like if you got the retro, you probably don't need this palette because the retro palette is also incredible. And then, same with, like, the Wayne Goss. I feel like we're seeing, like, all the burgundy tones right now. But it's just, it's the brand itself. I fucking love. Alright, I don't love how my crease is looking. I want to add a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit more of Velvet, which is that deepest shade. And I just want it smokier. Because like we talked about in previous videos, I like to bring my eyeshadows up pretty high just because of my eye shapes. Berry tones must be trendy right now or something. Yeah, it's fall. Duh. Berry tones are always trendy, though, I feel. But yes, I totally agree. Like, there's so many, like, berry tone palettes coming out right now. I do agree with that. So it's like, okay, look at each one that's coming out if you are in the market for one. But you're going to see. When I try these other products and show them to you, you're going to be like, oh, am I sleeping on VIEVE? I told you at the beginning, if you're on a low buy or no buy, don't watch this video because you're going to want something. I mark my words, you're going to want something. I just forgot to grab my brush. Let me take a little bit more of Regal. Spraying that with my Rare Beauty spray. Just because after I blended, I lost it a little bit. Yeah, like, full disclosure, this metallic formula is not my favorite, especially when I have favorites from, like, Makeup Geek especially. But, I mean, they're still really, really beautiful. Okay, I think that's more of what I wanted. Taking it up a little bit higher, a little bit smokier. Let's carry on. I'm going to leave the eyeballs there for now. And then I'm going to get into doing, like, the rest of my face because we're going to do a whole face of VIEVE, like I said. So, first impression of this so far, I'm like, so far, so good. I do like the change in the formula. It's just, I feel like I like the Essentials a little bit better. And if you guys want, let me show you that really quick. So you can see some comparisons between the Essentials and this one here. Behold! Muse is on the top, Essentials is on the bottom. Flip it. Essential palettes on the top, Muse is on the bottom. Didn't think that one through. But just so you can see the comparison swatches of the two, I would recommend, like, pause the screen if you really want to compare. But I feel like you are going to see, like, when I'm moving my arm, you're probably going to see a lot more sparkle in the Essentials, but you'll see more of that, like, shine and reflect in the Muse palette. At least that's my opinion. So I'm going to put down a new primer for me, actually. So this is the VIEVE the Skin Nova. I should have gotten, like, I should have placed an order because they had, like, a smaller size available. Like, it was, like, a free gift with purchase. And I'm like, I don't need, like, a full-size primer right now. But you know what? It's VIEVE, so I'm going to try it. So this is the Instant Radiant Primer. It's 30 milliliters, or you get 1 fluid ounce. And it's just meant to be, I would say, like, a really hydrating and soft illuminating primer. I don't notice, like, a huge illumination from this, which is, to me, a good thing. I feel like it has, like, a really light fragrance, but I don't know exactly, like, what I would peg it as. Like, I feel like I smell something, but it's not super intense. I want a little bit more on my forehead because I forgot to put on moisturizer before I started. So the fact that this has, like, a moisturizing feel to it, I think I'll really like this one. So this is the first time trying this one. Try not to fuck up my brows. Like, I hate doing my eyebrows before, but just trying to make it so you guys aren't suffering. What do you guys think of this eye look, though? I feel like I could have done something better, but it's because it's lacking the depth that I think I was looking for with this. Like, I think I just expected that darker shade, like the darkest one in the palette, to be a little bit darker. Maybe. Not really sure. I guess we'll find out. But it could all come together at the end. Let's see. It will be the Essentials palette, of course. I can't even get the Muse palette myself right now. Like, which palette do you guys prefer after seeing, like, the side-by-side comparisons? I'm curious, because even still, like, when I see them side-by-side, I think I was a little bit more excited before I got the palette. Like, I hate saying that because I was so hyped for this damn Muse palette, but I think I was even more excited when the Essentials came out. I almost forgot to put concealer on my eyeballs. That could have been problematic. I'm just using the Tom Ford concealer because VIEVE doesn't have one yet. Hopefully soon they will, though. It's so crazy. It's like, that looks so light. Oh, let's see. Lashes and liner will bring it together. Totally agree. That's where I'm like, don't judge it yet, okay? It will come together. That's one reason I'm like, lives do make me nervous sometimes because I'm like, I don't want it to make it look bad, you know? Because I'm like, I'm still really happy with how, like, everything's performing because this still has, like, all those undertones that I love. And it still gives me, like, almost like that 90s glam. I don't know. I feel like VIEVE just, like, perfectly encapsulates Jamie Genevieve's makeup aesthetic because she's very much that, like, 90s glam. The 90s grungy glam. Let's see what you guys are saying. I feel like I'm so far behind in the chat. Oh, thank you, Lisa. She said the colors are so pretty on me. That's where I'm like, these purple tones, they make my green eyes pop, like, especially when my makeup's all finished. And then when I get this frickin' blush on that I got, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. I want both, but I would like the Essential for sure. They do have, on the VIEVE website, I linked it down below, they have a bundle deal for both palettes. I have it, like I said, I think it's called the, like, palette bundle or some shit like that. You'll see it down there if you're looking for it. I feel like my concealer blended out a little funky. I'm trying to figure out if this Tom Ford concealer is breaking me out or not, because I feel like I haven't been having, like, the best skin days lately. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. I need a little bit more concealer on this freaking huge ass pimple that will not go away. Little update on this brush from BK Beauty, the one that's supposed to be like a mini version of the 101. This is what I love this brush for, is spot concealing, because it allows you to basically press where you need all the coverage and then perfectly blend out around it. I love it. So this is how I would recommend using this. Like, this would be a perfect brush for, you know, that NARS, like, the soft matte concealer. Look at, I got pimples, like, everywhere. Like, what the hell's going on? I mean, could also be stress. But it's fine. Okay. There's the concealer all laid down. It looks crazy, but will come together, okay? But do you see, like, I feel like I could still see that Skin Dew, or no, not the Skin Dew, the Skin Nova. I feel like I could still see it peeking through. If anything, I think it looks more luminous now than what it looked like when I first applied it, which is kind of strange. Alright, I'm gonna stick with a foundation that I know that I love, just so I know, like, basically how to judge, you know, since we're using a new primer. I'm just gonna add this down here. I'm not gonna do, like, my cream liquid bronzer, because I want you guys to be able to see the true result from the modern bronzer, because that's another one that's incredible. Alright, BK 101. So that little brush that I was talking about for for spot concealing, it's basically a mini version of this brush that I'm using right now. I was going to use my Refer foundation brush, but I'll try that probably in Monday's video. What do you have to be stressed about? Living your life? Oh, own a business. No, it's basically like, okay, so little bar update. I'm basically ordering everything now, like, as far as, like, all the stuff that actually goes into the bar, like stools and all that fun stuff, decorations, stuff like that. Everything's on back order, and shipping is taking an eternity for most things, so it's basically putting everything on hold, because I'm like, oh, no idea when we're gonna get it, because all these companies are just like, well, we're expecting it to ship this day, but in reality, it might not, so you're just gonna have to basically wing it. So that's fun. So that's, if anything, the only thing that I would be stressed about is just, like, what the fuck, because I planned on opening, like, the beginning. First of all, it was, like, September, then it was October, then it was November. So I was planning on opening in the beginning of November, but I think that that's gonna get put off with everything not being delivered on time. So yeah. Love that for me. I feel like my scalp, because I just dyed my hair, it's like really throwing off what my complexion actually looks like. We're just kind of looking a hot mess. I feel like that, like, Skin Nova is still peeking through, like, so intensely. It's like the more that I put on top of it, the more it's like amplifying. Are you guys noticing it? Because I feel like the future skin, it always looks really, like, natural and beautiful. It still has, like, that little bit of luminosity to it, but I feel like it looks way more luminous right now. What do you guys think? Let's see. She was told 6-month wait. Yeah, that's where it's just like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, it's not all things. Like, I've had pretty good luck with things so far. So I'm just like, okay, fingers crossed that it's just like they're telling you as like a just in case sort of a thing. Oh, Tracy said open Black Friday. My freaking straps keep falling. Okay, I think we're pretty good, like as good as we're probably going to get for working around these eyebrows. Let me take that actually. A506. I'm just gonna basically touch up right here because I don't want to get too close to my brows and then have to go in and fix them after. And then we'll get into more VIEVE products. I know the people that are watching this like only for VIEVE, they're probably like, bitch, get to the point. All right, you guys let me know what you think about if that Skin Nova is shining through, because I feel like I see it like heller. Kimberly, unfortunately, with New York State, that's not how it works. They're just like, oh no, you need to provide pictures and all sorts of things, because please believe, I would have already if that was the case. But even still, like, construction's still very much underway. It's getting really exciting, though, just because it's finally looking like, you know, it actually looks like something now, instead of just, like, an empty building down to the studs. So I'm just using the Haley's Beauty. I just want to get some of my face set a wee bit before I go in with my bronzer and blush. Oh yeah, this powder's so good. Bam. Then I need like a fluffy, oh my god, I haven't used this one in a while. The Sephora 55, RIP to the previously amazing Sephora brushes. before they decided to, you know, redo them and then not be the same anymore. So disappointing. This was such a good brush, though. Okay. Now, back to VIEVE. The Modern Bronzer, baby. I have the shade medium 1 and 2. I believe there's fair, or it might be light, medium, tan, and deep. So there's 4 different shades. Oh, this is just so good. Like, my favorite thing about VIEVE is the finish for their face powders. It's just the finish that it gives your face is thebomb.com. I want to use... This is going to be so different for me because I'm so used to doing my cream and liquid bronzer contour. But I'm going to try not doing it today. Where is my... Look at, this is how I store my brushes currently until I get everything switched over to those refer organizers. I think I'll probably still keep this one though, but a bitch needs to declutter bad. So I'm going to use the NARS Ida brush because this is like my favorite for contouring. So I'm going to try doing the deeper shade and I'm going to go in very lightly. I used to tell everybody this was like the best brush for if you have a hard time doing a powder contour, because you can get like the most natural looking contour or be super duper snatched. So I like to contour first and then I do my bronzer after so it doesn't look so harsh. Back in the day I used to do it reverse and I'd always have like the most harsh contour of all time because I would bronze first and then do like my basically like hard line of contour. So I switched it. And it looks better. Let's see. Beanbag chairs for everybody. Bronzer looks so soft and velvety. Just wait. Just wait. It's like the most, I would say, skin-like finish because it's not luminous. It's not matte. I think it's called the Modern Matte Bronzer. But I'm like, it still has like the most soft, subtle sheen. Let's snatch the double chin. This is where the face is really going to get your shape. Look at that. Look at the difference. Just a little bit of contour. Yeah. Oh my god, these straps do not want to stay up. It's like, Brittany, keep your clothes on, bitch. The bronzer is so nice. Like, I think it's not my favorite bronzer in my collection because I compare everything to Luminous Bronze Light, but I love the fact that you get the 2 different shades in here. Because I feel like they work so nicely together. Basically like how I'm using it right now. I go in with the deeper one to contour. And then I'll bronze with the lighter one. Or I'll mix the 2. But do you see what a difference? Like snatched. Yup. Okay. So let's bronze with the lighter. I'm going to use the cheek brush from the Sonia G. This is from the Lotus collection. I'm going to mix these 2 actually though. But this is where it's like the most soft and natural bronze, but the most beautiful skin-like sheen. It's perfection. Gorgeous. Let's see. My aunt... You guys are still on the chairs. I can't with y'all. Y'all are too fucking much. Are you guys enjoying yourself? I see there's 87 thumbs ups right now. Like, guys, take a moment. Take a minute. Just hit the thumbs up. You know what? Even hit the thumbs down. If you're like, yo, this is a hot mess. Like, this bitch don't know what she's doing. Hit the thumbs down. It really does help. Either way. Okay. Do you see? Are you seeing? Like, what do you guys think of that bronze? I love it. I think it looks so beautiful. And this brush, it's so funny because I used to love, like, those super, basically, like, the super fluffy and huge bronzer brushes, and now look at me. I'm using like the smallest bronzer brush of all time. I don't even think this is meant to be a bronzer technically. I think it's just meant to be like a all over sort of a cheek. But look at that. So even, so beautiful. And then putting like a cream on top of this is so pretty because it's like the perfect undertone as well. I want a little bit more right there. There we go. She got it. And then I gotta blend down my neck as well. When was the last time you guys saw me with like my hair actually just like straight? It's been a while. I just used the round brush from the Dyson today, and I'm like, oh, she cute. This is where a bigger brush comes in handy, though, doing your, dragging it down your neck. But look how beautiful that is. Love it. See how much shape that gave my face, too, compared to what it looked like before? Damn. Next, we're going to use the blush. And this packaging, this is my favorite packaging that they've done because it's actually plastic. All the other packaging is more of like cardboard. So, if you've seen like my blush declutter, you've already seen that I already had 3. So I picked up the shade Melbeck because I feel like this is going to be a bronzer that I love for fall, or a blush, not a bronzer. Look at that shade. So the 3 shades that I already have is Piazza, which this is another one that's beautiful. Beautiful for fall, but it's more of like a bronzer blush. So I like to not use bronzer when I use that one, or I use like a really soft application. This is the shade Sorbet. And then I think my most used is Cherub. This for the spring and summer was perfect. But since we're getting into fall and winter, I'm like, okay, now's the time where I would really get use out of this shade. So I'm going to use the same, see, like I use this collection all the time now. The detail brush from the Sonia G. These are very pigmented, so be very careful. I'm just going to place back there first. And these have that same sort of a finish, like super skin-like, but it has a very light luminosity to it. But again, these are very, like, I barely touched that, and look how much pigmentation came out. So this is one of those blushes that it's like, if you do not brace yourself, it's gonna be clown, okay? So just be aware. Very, very pigmented. But gorgeous. I love that shade. All right. I'm gonna, okay, good thing you can't see my boobs, because with this shirt continuous, like, falling down, I'm bound to have a nip slip. Oh, let's see. The shade reminds me of Raisin from MAC. I don't think I ever had that one. MAC who? Just kidding. Just adding a little bit more. Oh, look at that. Give me all the blush. Yeah, like this blush with this palette is perfection. Like, if you've been wanting to try a blush from VIEVE and you're getting this palette, like, this is the best one, I think. Okay, you guys want me to swatch the blushes? God damn, you guys. Did I swatch it in my blush declutter? Because I feel like I did. But these, they don't swatch the same either. Like, it translates way different on your face. But I'll give you guys swatches really quick just for you. So this is the shade Melbeck. This is the one that's on my face. Yeah, it's like, are blushes, like, ever exciting to look at in a swatch form? I don't think so. I'm just like, okay. And then this is Cherub. Oh, this way. That one there. And then we have Sorbet, which this one I got during, I think, the summer. This during the summer is also really beautiful. Like, if you're looking for spring, summer, I would go with these two. I think there's one more that I don't have yet, but it's going to come home to mama on my next order. And then Piazza. Again, this is the one I'm like, I have to be careful with the bronze because she could look a little bit too much. Oh, yes. If I had to pick a fave, I can't because they're all beautiful. Ah! So it depends on the type of look that you're really going for. So clearly, big fan. I think if I had to pick a favorite product of VIEVE, it's probably the blushes. I think they won like Cosmopolitan Best of, or maybe Allure. They won some kind of award for their blush formula, and I'm like, no shit. Exactly, this is exactly why, right here. And then we have the highlighters, which, again, big fan. There's one more shade, but I know it's going to be way too dark for me, so I have Holy Chic and Bijou. Bijou is the lightest, looks like this. And then Holy Chic, this was the first one that I got. And this was when I complained about the packaging the first time because this actually came broken, but I'll swatch these for you guys too, just so you can see them. But also, Gorgina. Very intense, but when you put it on the face, it's not as intense, I don't think. I really should have not swatched that right there, but it's fine. Oh shit. Did I just forget which one's which? Okay, so this one is Bijou, and then the one on the outside is Holy Chic. Let me do better swatches, because that was tragic. Redo. Boom. So we've got Bijou and Holy Chic. I'll probably use Holy Chic today, because I still have like a little bit of a tan. Gorgeous. But I basically got Holy Chic first, was so happy with it that I bought the other one. And again, there's one shade that's also deeper. So if you're deeper complexion, that would probably be the one to go for. Now, Holy Chic, I'm going to use my Scott Barnes. This does pick up, like, look how much that picks up, quite a bit. But for how intense that looks, like, look at it on the face, though. Right? Beautiful. This kind of reminds me of, I would say, like, a more wearable version. I still think this other brand is wearable, but it's not as, like, bam in your face as Scott Barnes. But it just, I don't know, it's like the texture that it shows on your face. I think I was just really surprised with this one because I expected it to accentuate literally, like, every single piece of texture that I've ever had on my face and more. And it doesn't. Like, I was so surprised by this, and it just looks stunning. I love it. And then we'll do a little bit on the nose. This shade is perfect. I really need to nair the stash, though. I could see my little hairs. Melody, holy sheet. Exactly. Holy chic. Love it. Okay, so then, oh, I probably should have did one side and then did the next product, but it's fine. We'll make do. Okay, let me spray my face. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty spray. I just got this and I'm like already favoring it in my collection again. I'm realizing though, I don't really like this packaging. I like the mister, but the packaging is kind of like chintzy. Oh, I love the smell of that too. That's why I always spray so much, because it smells amazing. Okay, let me fan off real quick. I'm going to use the sleeve. That's why these sleeves are nice just for this purpose right here. Oh, let's see. How we looking? See, doesn't that cheek look amazing? Told you. If you're on a low buy, no buy, don't watch it. All right. Oh my God, I annoy myself when I fix my hair this much. That's why I hate wearing my hair down when I'm live, because I feel like I'm always fucking with it. All right, let's do the Skin Dew. Let me tell you about the Skin Dew. So this is basically the liquid illuminator. This is one of, I think, the most unique liquid highlighters that I have because it's so intense. It's almost, it's kind of trippy. Look how shiny. But do you see that wet look to it? Like, if you love a wet look to your face, this is the highlighter, because this is basically like a lip gloss almost. But I love it. It looks so, so good. I'm going to use, where's my BK brush? I like using my BK, the 108 for this. So I'm basically just going to dip my brush in there. You ready? Are you ready for it? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, she's going to copyright me for that one. This looks amazing. And I love how it has that wet look. Like, it just, I feel like Skin Dew was like the perfect name for this. So it almost like helps tone down that highlighter. Like, I think the powder is definitely more highlighty, but that just gives the most beautiful natural, but it gives you that wet look. And it's, oh, this in the summer, I feel like that's really the only time that I'll use that is during the summer. But that sheen that it gives your face is just stunning. But if you wear your hair down, your hair will stick to it. So some people will not like this product. But both highlighters are beautiful. But you see how much, like, how much more like natural and toned down that looks? Oh, and this smells so good. Skin Dew. Here, let me sit back a little bit to see if you could really, like, see how wet. She wet, baby. It's just a totally different vibe. And I love it. It's so good. Like, there's truly... I think the closest thing that I've seen, but I haven't actually tried it, is... I think VIEVE has something that's so similar to this. Like, even the packaging looks really similar. So I think that's probably going to be the closest, but... I mean, if you're already placing an order... But I love the fact that that's, like, so different compared to all of my other liquid illuminators. But that one, it really comes in clutch during, like, spring and summer. Mainly summer. See? Thank you, Lou. She said my complexion looks really good. And that's why I love this brand. And Chantecaille Future Skin. Alright, so let me go back to the eyeballs. Because I think that was all of the face products that VIEVE offers. So you got the bronzer, highlighter, blushes. That's all in the face right now. If you're just chiming in. Oh, I can't stop looking at that highlight, though. So beautiful. Yes, queen. All right, let's go back to the eyeballs. Where'd my palette go? Hopefully you guys didn't just see my pits, because I know I have not shaved my armpits in a minute. Why do you guys watch my videos? I'm a mess. All right. If you could see how much eyeshadow's on my pants right now, wowza. Let's go in with Velvet, which is the deepest shade in the palette, and I'm just going to do what I always do. Line that under eye. I'm just pressing that right into, basically, like, right underneath my lash line. Do you see how much I use this brush, though? Like, really, all of these Lotus Collection brushes. I was not expecting to like these nearly as much as I do. Because at first I was like, okay, this was probably a waste of money, but now I reach for them, like, all the time. Oh, I wish you guys could see this skin do in person. It's like... It borderline gives you that sweat look to your face. This under, like, fluorescent lights. Oh, bitch. Or, like, I feel like bar lights is what I would always think of. Or if you're, like, going out to the club, and if that hit your face right now, it'd be like, oh! Oh, she snapped. You'd be like, oh, bitch, that highlight, no. Oh, so pretty. Bam. Okay, let's go to... I'm going to use the Worker Pro next, and I'm going to use the shade, I think I'm going to use Merlot. How we feeling? What's your favy product that we've tried? Favy. What is that? Brittany, get it together. And I'm just going to smoke out. Purples, just be careful on the lower lash line, because you don't want to look like you got knocked the fuck out. Oh, bitch! Mm-hmm. See, this is where it comes to life, right here. At first, it's, like, questionable. You're like, oh, but then you complete the look, and you're like, oh, yup, there it goes. She snapped. Oh, this is another really good brush. Yes. Pop some lashes on with this look, and you're good to go. Yes. Oh, I just got really excited, because at first I was, like, borderline questioning myself. But now I'm over here like, okay, you did good, Brittany. Don't worry. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I'm just going to deepen up a little bit more. I would suggest just be careful because you have your face all done. Yes. Oh, eureka. Mm-hmm. Oh, sippy, sippy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder to take a sip. All right, I need to do that inner corner highlight, and I'm ready for this shade Divine to knock this look out of the park. Ready? I'm going to use my Refer number 3 and this, like, beautiful metallic baby pink. Oh! Even this shade, like, you could totally use this as a face highlighter because I feel like the formulas are probably similar. Because I remember when I did the Essential palette, I'm pretty sure I used the lightest shade in that palette as well for a face highlighter. Oh my gert. Oh my gert. Oh, yes, queen. Look how pretty. Now the brow bone. Oh, oh, I love this shade. Like, this shade is truly divine. Gorgeous. Alright, let's go over this a little bit just to blend it out. I didn't put any extra product on there. I'm just blending it. Oh my god. Yes. I feel like I went a little bit higher on this side. Like, this eye always comes out better. This is the good eye. I'm just bringing this up a little bit more to almost like match. Actually, you know what? I just have a heavier brow bone highlight on this side. Let me wipe off my brush and just like diffuse this down a little bit, because that brow bone highlight is intense. But you know what? Let's just add a little bit more to this side. Let's take it there. Yeah. Like, okay, just from you guys watching, do you guys feel that this brand's underrated like I do? Because I still do. Of course. Alright, and then I feel like I don't love how... I don't know, like, I really loved this Tom Ford concealer at first. And I'm like, what's happening with my under eyes? Oh, it's because I didn't put moisturizer on. That's why. I'm like, what's happening with my under eyes right now? Alright, here's the eye look so far. And then, let's do lips next. So I already had 2 of the VIEVE lip liners. In the, what are these? The Modern Lip Definer, I had Rumor, and then I also had Brat. I feel like these would probably be better. Like, Brat is one of my most used lip liners. This is basically just like my lips, but better. I'll give you guys swatches, because I know the swatches on the website, I mean, they're there, but it's kind of hard to tell. Rumor, though, I think is so pretty. I think, like, with this look, Rumor would... Ooh, I just hit myself right in the face. But we got a new one to try today, so I'm going to use the new one. The lip liners, I'm just like, they're lip liners. Like, I don't understand how you fuck up a lip liner. So they're, like, they're creamy, but they're not too creamy. They stay in place. They are really nice. I really like the packaging as well. So the shade Muse, which I don't know how I feel about a red with this look, but I'm going to try it anyways. So let's do the lip liner. Underrated for sure. Totally agree. Thank you. What's $112? What did I miss? $112. 82. Oh, 82 pounds. So you must be talking about the eyeshadow collection. Like, everything's in pounds on the VIEVE website and on Cult Beauty. So everything, I think, translates to, like, random ass numbers. That's why I didn't cover, like, costs or anything today, because I'm like, I can never figure out an accurate, what do you call it, configuration. Alright, so let's do... I feel like this looks more like... It almost looks like a strawberry. I already know I'm not going to like this lip with this look, but it's fine. I'll do it anyways. But you see what I mean? It's just like, it's pigmented, it goes on easy, it's creamy. It's fine. But nothing insanely revolutionary. So, there's the lip liner. And then I also had 2 lipsticks. So this is basically like what I do every single time I order. If there's a product that I love, which is like literally everything, I'll start with one, and then every time I place an order again, I buy more. So I initially got the shade Power Suit, which this shade for fall, oh my god, such a beautiful, like, I would say that's like a brown tone nude. And then I also picked up the last time the shade 90s, just so you guys have some swatches. There's 90s. I use both of these quite often, so there's those. Packaging itself, it reminds a lot of people of Tom Ford, but it has like a texture on there. I feel like you could see the texture right there. Really nice packaging, and it's got the nice little V accent up there. You got the shade names on the bottom. So those are the lipsticks I had. And then, listen, where is it? Oh my God, I left it in the refrigerator because it was hot today. Fuck. I'll post a picture on Instagram. I can't believe I put it in there and I'm like, Brittany, you have to remember to get it later. I'll post a picture on Instagram, but it's like the same color as this. I'm so mad at myself, guys. My apologies. Let me fill in my lips a little bit, just so you get like a better look. Oh, I'm so mad. How did I do that? So I put it in the refrigerator like as a just in case. I'm such a fucking idiot. Wow. Everybody that came here for the lipstick is screaming at the screen right now. My apologies, guys. Oh my God. But like I said, I'll make sure I post a picture wearing it on Instagram. But like I said, I don't think I was going to love this lip with this look anyways. So I'll give you guys a different lip option. I'll probably use Rumor with 90s. Just because I think that would be the probably most ideal. I can't fucking believe that. I'm such an idiot. Guys, this is what you signed up for with lives. I apologize. Alright, let's do Rumor. I mean, I probably could have put 90s on top of that red, but I don't know if I would have loved that. Like, this lip liner is so pretty. Wow, leave it to me. Straight fucking up. Alright. I just want to add a little bit. Alright, that's good enough. Let's do 90s on top. Because I need that to be sharpened. ASAP. Where'd I put the lipsticks? Oh my God. I'm like so pissed. Wow. Oh, somebody just asked where is everybody at the house? Like literally nobody's home. I don't think I love this lip cocktail with this look either, but we're gonna see how it works. So this is very nude for me. But this is where having that deeper lip line. Oh my God, I still see that red like all over. Wow. Brittany, don't drop the ball now. Make it work. Hold on, let me fix that like lip situation. I feel like I'm seeing so much red. Wow. Be careful with that lipstick, cause damn. I think when I put gloss over the top, it'll probably be good. So I'm gonna finish up with the VIEVE, the lip dew, as far as my lips go. I could honestly not apologize enough for that. I'm such a fucking dumbass. Alright. You guys are probably okay with it. Lip dew. This is technically a lip oil. I'll do a swatch of this too. But I always do lip gloss over the top to basically like marry everything together. I still don't love this lip. Like I wish that she did like a purpley nude, because I feel like the red, I don't know, like red I don't think I would wear with this. I wish that this was more like this color. Almost like a burgundy lip. I think that would have been better. But I'm sure it'll come eventually. Let me give you guys a swatch of the lip dew, because I don't think I featured this in a VIEVE video yet. Hold on, let me do this side because I had stuff on that, on the applicator. So this formula, it's not like my favorite. It's very shiny, very juicy, smells amazing. Smells exactly like the Skin Dew. But yeah, like I would just go with something like, I would go with probably a berry tone, but for Instagram, I'll change to the red lip. Guys, I'm so sorry about that. Fuck. Alright, so I want to do lashes because I do have VIEVE lashes as well. Oh my God. Get it together, Brittany. Here we go. I'm going to put my velour. I just got this during my last Sephora haul. The Pretty Big Deal mascara. I'm just going to bop this on really quick. Just to get something on my lashes. But these lashes I'm going to put on is about to take this look to a whole nother level. I just poked myself in the eye. See, now I'm like distraught. I'm rattled, and now I'm fucking up. And I gotta get it together. So, let me throw on some lash glue for the half lashes. So, I'm gonna use the style HL2 today. You've seen me use these so many times. I also have the style HL1, which are a lot more natural. Both are incredibly easy to use. I love this HL2 style though, because they're like the perfect amount of like dramatic, but they're like just like fluttery enough and wispy enough, but they still look like I'll cut a bitch. They're that kind of a lash. So let's see, VIEVEMUSE lip liner with Cash Beauty Blood Moon lipstick is the best combo. Ooh, I don't think I've tried anything from, what was it, Cash Beauty? What brand is that? I know I've heard of that brand, but I don't think I've ever tried their products before. So I'm just using my Duo lash glue. This isn't my favorite lash glue, but it's fine. Like, it does the job. So I'm going to let that dry down just a wee bit. I think I've worn these at least like 20 times already, though. These are actually pretty long lasting. Like, this pair specifically has like a pretty nice band size on it. So I just make sure I'm cleaning off the glue in between uses and stuff like that. Sephora Friends and Family is going on until the 10th. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much for the super or the super sticker. Hands doing the sign of the horns with sparkles around it. Thanks, girl. Oh, dang, heck yeah. Take a sip. It's all good. I'll drink to that. Yes. It's a brand by, I'm not even going to try that name. I'm sorry. Her and Jamie, who owns VIEVE, are actually friends. Wow, I've never tried that brand. I'll have to put them on my list. Lisa asked, did I get my moon spell yet? I did not. I think that's going to come on Tuesday, which is perfect timing for a Tuesday video. I'm debating. Okay, you guys got to give me your feedback, because Declutter series is on Sunday. Like, do you guys want to see mascaras and lip liners and shit? Like, basically, like, mascaras, eyeliners, and lip liners I was going to do all together. I can't lie, I'm kind of, like, over the declutter. Like, I feel like I'm that person that I declutter better when I'm not filming it. You know? Let me know your guys' feedback. Like, are you guys over it? Do you guys watch the declutters on Sundays? Because that's where I'm at. All right, let's pop these babies on and not screw this up right now. Ready? Before. And wait till you see the after. So I try to make sure, because like I said, these are half lashes. I always have issues with the inner corner on literally every single lash that I do. I feel like these, I still have that issue sometimes. That's why I really have to make sure I place it just the right way. But it's like, look at that. Yes. Alright, so that one actually went on actually like perfectly. Let's jump over to the other one. Let me fan it off a little bit, because I feel like that actually worked really well. Alright, you guys love the declutter? I'm most interested in palette declutter. I definitely need to do a palette declutter. That was going to be my last one. So you guys gotta let me know. Like, do you want me to jump right to that? Fill me in. Alright, let me get on this other one. Place that inner corner just right. You see how easy these are to place, though? It's like, as long as you get, I feel, that inner corner, everything else just kind of falls right into place, because it's literally a half of a lash. Make sure it's sticking. So I like to basically hold it in place to hopefully make sure. Because, like, my inner corner, I don't have, like, I have trash lashes, I think. So I really don't, I don't know, it's like I really don't have much to blend on the inner corner anyways. But look how beautiful these lashes are. They're, like, beautiful, wispy. They're more dramatic, but it's not over the top. They're, like, just perfect. Alright, jump to palette, please. Oh my god, I forgot about lip products. Fuck. Alright, how we looking? Did that just elevate this eye look? What do you guys think? Because I think it did. God, I'm so mad about that fucking lipstick. Jeepers creepers. So, since I don't have the lipstick down here and totally screwed that one up for you guys, I apologize. Did you guys notice I did my hair darker this time? Look at this eye look with this hair, though. My sister really needs to fix this, like, super blunt edge right here on my hair. But this is a vibe, right? Let's give you a zoom because we gotta do it. We do it every time. Ooh! Full face. Almost a full face. Minus the complexion, like as far as concealer, foundation, you get it. But everything else is all VIEVE. Underrated or nah. In my humble opinion, I totally think that they are. So, if you have not checked out VIEVE yet, you need to, because they're incredible. So, as far as this palette goes, it's beautiful. I'm glad that I have it. Do I think I needed it? No. Do I like the formula? Yes. Do I like the improvements that they made? Yes. I think with the new metallics, I would still recommend using them probably wet or with a glitter glue, because I did notice that they did kind of move around when I was using them. Or if I went over the top, they would easily blend away. So I think that that is going to be the best way to use them still. But that's just me and my humble opinion. I love the blushes. I fucking love literally everything. I'm feeling better about the eye wand, but I'm still not completely sold on it. Like, I'm not going to run out and buy, like, every single one. Like, I'm not going to buy one with every order like I do everything else. So, my apologies again on the red lipstick, but I will make sure that I post a picture tonight with the red lip with this eye look, just so you could see the whole look. But it's beautiful. I love it. What blush shade did you end up using? I used the shade Melbeck. That was the one that I picked up for this order. But I recommend all of them because I think that the finish on them is incredibly beautiful, but that is the blush that's on my face right now. Let's see. Now she can go more colorful greens. I would honestly be so surprised because I feel like I don't ever see her wear greens. Like, I feel like her palette's, like, again, it perfectly represents her and her makeup aesthetic. And I think that my aesthetic, it, like, goes hand in hand with hers. Like, I love that grungy, like, edgy sort of a vibe. So it's, I don't know, I think that's another reason why I'm really drawn to her brand anyways. And then just the fact that I have way too much of a parasocial relationship, and I feel like I would be friends with her in real life. So there's that. So if you have not checked out VIEVE yet, I have everything linked down below. You could shop VIEVE at VIEVE or at Cult Beauty. I've shopped both, and I have good experiences with both. The only thing that I would change, like I said in the beginning, is I wish that they did a little bit better of a job with their shipping as far as making sure that everything is, like, packed really nicely, because I mean, not that all of their customers are overseas, but I feel like especially with US, like, having just tissue paper, that's not gonna be really the best. So other than that, I think this came out absolutely beautiful. Let me see what you guys are saying. What was your guys' favorite product for the day? You could probably see, like, my hair keeps sticking to my cheek. Just be mindful of that skin dew. It will stick. Which VIEVE product would you recommend for a first-time buyer? I feel like for first time, I would say definitely a blush. Probably, it's so hard because you're asking somebody that is, like, in love with everything. If I had to place, like, okay, if I had to get 3 things, we'll do this. If I got 3 things, I would get a blush, I would get the bronzer, and I would get the essential palette. Those would be, like, my staple 3. Like, the standouts, my favorites, like, between Color Story, formula, everything. Everything else is just, like, everything's great, everything's beautiful, everything's really high quality. It's just, I feel like those are the ones that are gonna make you be like, oh, like, they're really good. Oh, let's see. Which one does just tissue paper? VIEVE. VIEVE was who I purchased this from last time. Let's see. Jamie did a little purple and pink. Yes! Let's see, order from Cult Beauty. I have both linked down below, but yes, I did have a better shopping experience through Cult Beauty, but typically you can't order. But that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like I order before it launches and I still don't get it in like an insanely timely manner. Like, cuz being a content creator, I like to get things quick, and I feel like so many people got theirs before me and I paid for expedited shipping. So that's one thing I'm just like, I don't really love that. But Cult Beauty, I had a really great experience. Let's see, the Skin Dew and Muse were your faves. Yes, get the Skin Nova. It does wonders for my skin. I think that shines through like really, really beautifully. I'm gonna still like test it out with other foundations and stuff, but I was like, oh shit, like I did feel like every single step that I did on top of it, I could see it shine through more and more and more, which was really beautiful. Oh, let's see. The blush and bronzer, Lisa. Yes! I love seeing what your guys' favorite were. Order from Cult Beauty, 15% off your first order. Yes! Look at Nicole coming through. Melody, I'm not. But you know what? I might wear this look for my wedding tomorrow. That would be very wedding appropriate. Oh, let's see. I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting either. So, if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up or thumbs it down. That's cool too. You know what? If I get the thumbs downs today because I forgot the lipstick in the fridge, I understand, okay? Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, but Instagram is where I will post the picture with like the red lip with this look. I just love this brand, and I feel like they are incredibly underrated. So, make sure you guys shout them out, spread the love. If you guys want other people to shop this brand or whatever the case is, like share this video so people could see it. Like, I just feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this brand because they do beautiful and like beautiful products, but really great quality as well. And the price isn't like ridiculous. It's still like a little bit more expensive, but I feel like you're getting a consistent but really high quality brand. So other than that, that's everything that I have for you guys today. I apologize for the shit show as per usual, but hopefully we won't have those issues going forward with the live streams. And again, I apologize for forgetting the red lipstick. So other than that, I hope to see you guys on Sunday. If you guys give me the feedback you want me to keep going with the declutters, or if you're over it, we'll carry on. But I will definitely be back Monday for new makeup releases, most likely at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, thumbs it up, thumbs it down, whatever the fuck. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Okay, bye!